Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make it look any good. I wonder how big we're going to make it. Actually, we're going to make it bigger than 200. We're going to make it 300 by 300. Going to turn this into something interesting. It's colourful. Going to add some contrast. Going to lighten this one off. Going to leave the contrast there. We're not going to go all the way with it. We don't have to always go the way with it, the full way. Let's see what we've got. We've got here Worldwide Adventures on sale, travel guide. This is the Universal Traveller. We're interested in something on the back. We're interested in this picture, but a section out of it. And we'll see what we can do to make it more interesting. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge trying to work out where to place it. So we've got that funny little man in the picture. So we're just going to make a rough guesstimate as to where to put this. See how we go. Okay, out it comes. Let's see how good that looks. Yeah, it looks interesting. Again, we still got these ugly bits there, and he's too close to the top of the screen. So, top of the image. Wondering, it looks a bit wishy-washy. May need a bit more contrast, strangely enough. I'm actually thinking the contrast could go all the way now, come to think of it. We're going to just move this image. The little man, I'm thinking, could go to the right a bit, and it can go down and right. So we can make that look better. So that's where we've got it. Out it comes. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks better, except for that line across the top. I think we have to lift it up a bit, and still it looks very, the contrast obviously makes it look lurid a bit. Sort of, maybe it's a bit too contrasty. It's an interesting look. You see the magenta is more magenta. We've got to lift it up a bit because we've got that ugly bit there, but apart from that it looks really nice. And maybe the contrast could go down a bit. So we're just going to raise this up a little bit, just a fraction. And maybe the contrast could go out, actually. Copy density could be a bit darker. It looks wishy-washy. Maybe the contrast will stay. So let's see how this looks now that we've moved it, and the copy density makes it look a lot better. So there, we darkened it a bit. So we've got our little marshmallow man, or whatever he is. Do find this, will this make a good mirror image? That's a good question. Maybe we can tilt the image a little bit. Maybe we could tilt the image to make it more interesting. We can tilt it because we want a bit more interest in our job. So we're going to take a risk. The first one looks nice, but it's not good for a mirror. So we're going to make this into a mirror image as I normally would. Let's see if we've made it look good. We've got him, the man himself is tilted out of the image, and we've got that ugly writing, so we're going to lift it up a bit. So we're going to lift it up a bit and maybe keep our little man in the picture. So we're just going to lift it up and we're going to move him over. Hopefully that'll do the job. It's not easy guesstimating what it's going to look like until I've printed it out. Yeah, that looks good, but we still have writing. We've got writing up there and writing down there. Wondering what we're going to do about that writing. Wondering what we're going to do, folks. Maybe we're going to raise it up a little bit. And we're going to maybe enlarge the vertical a little bit more. So maybe the vertical is going to be 370. Let's see how that works. Okay, out it comes. It looks shithouse. We've made this look worse. Oh, that's the bottom. We got it upside down. I'm actually thinking, folks, I'm going to abandon this still job because the stills are just too boring and difficult to work with. So I'm just going to make it into a movement piece, folks. So I'm going to make this into a more interesting job by using movement of the original. So we're just going to lighten that off and see what we can get. This is not going to work like that. It's too fucking, there's not enough, there's too much, whatever. It's too boring anyway. So we're going to make our Marshmallow Man and the crowd look more interesting. Or I call him a Marshmallow Man, but it's not really quite a marshmallow, to be honest. So we want to feature him in the picture if we can. So we've just gone a long way into our demo before making the decision. Don't like that. Just gonna try and do another one. And we're on Doc Matrix. For some reason we keep bumping ourselves onto that setting. That's probably why it's so fucking dark. So we're just gonna take our Marshmallow Man. We're just gonna put it. So which part is going into the main frame of the main field, should I say, not main frame, silly. The main field of view. Let's see if this change of original type has improved the image. Yeah, it's an improved original type. It doesn't look much different. Wondering if maybe we could enlarge that section, or I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Gonna try another version of this. Maybe we could enlarge a section. Maybe we could make it 141.4. Let's see if that's an improvement to have this even bigger. Yeah, that looks interesting. Wondering, we're going to use another, going to do another one. Maybe we'll go at 200 for this. This is not an easy one, folks. I've picked a real difficult one. So I'm going to put that little bit of crowd at the edge and try and get that in the frame, in the picture. This is getting along. This is another prolongated demo, folks. We're going to be a long way into this, and this looks like shit. It looks okay in some ways. I just don't know what to fucking do, folks. I just don't know what to fucking do. I am struggling to find a way to make this demo the day. I just don't know what to fucking do. I don't know, folks. I'm running out of ideas as to how this is going to look decent, how we're going to make this into a really good demo. It seems that everything I try doesn't work, folks. Everything I try is shit. It's shit, folks. It doesn't work. It's not working, folks. I can't seem to get anything decent out of this. I'm wondering if maybe I could go back to one of my earlier pieces that I did with the motion. I'm thinking this piece might be the silver bullet. If I could take an enlargement out of that. Fuck, I hate this, folks. I hate it. I hate it when I can't get something good and I'm just being a long way into the demo, right? Long way into the demo. And I'm not getting anywhere, folks. I'm just not getting anywhere. This is ridiculous, folks. But it happens. It happens sometimes. Maybe the horizontal could be a bit more stretched. So we're going to put this golden circle, or this golden corner in there. And we're going to blow it up big. I don't know how this is going to look. If it's going to look any good. I'm thinking the horizontal might need a bit more stretch to make it look better. So we're going to make the horizontal at 400 and the vertical at 300. This is a really difficult demo, folks. It should have been easy. I should have got stuck into the movement earlier rather than later, as I often do. This is like nearly 13 minutes and 30 seconds into our job. This looks really crappy. Wondering if what we're going to do with it. I think we got an interesting... wondering if we're going to do another one of those movement pieces or we're going to stick with this. This looks shit house, folks. It's not the greatest. Wondering if maybe we could stick it on dot matrix. We don't want to make it too dark because we don't want a whole lot of what's it called? Curling. So yeah, this is going to be a letdown of a demo. The colours, the black looks better in that now. I'm wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. It's going to be a black hole of a demo. It's going to look like a really deep black hole. But then art isn't always as aesthetically pleasing as you'd like it to be. Some art is so minimalist it's fucking boring, like string on a grey painted canvas and the string is painted grey and it's like a few pieces of string stretched over a fucking canvas and it's meant to be called fucking art. That is ridiculous. So I'm sure if I can measure myself against a low bar like that, I could say that this is a lot more interesting than fucking string on a canvas. I'm true, you know, that's how silly art becomes. Art becomes really, really silly. And people just make these shitty artworks and somehow they manage to make money out of it. Somehow they get recognised. I don't understand it, folks. Minimalism is boring, but some of my work does often come out looking minimalist. Strangely enough, but it's true. You can't always get a good result. The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. So yeah, at least this one's got some colour. It's not a piece of string stretched on a bland piece of canvas, like I mentioned. So we're just going to line these up. These are our mirrors. Sorry about the curling. It's fucked. This has been a really fucked up demo, folks. It's been really fucked, and I can't even get these pieces to line up properly. So I'm not happy with this overall result. I've put a lot of time into this demo, and now that fucking curling. Maybe that could be classified as a piece of art. That curling, I don't know. I think now we can call it quits.